A startling discovery for beachgoers this morning when a dead shark washed up on shore.
St. Louis authorities initially thought this great white was pregnant, but now we're learning more about her condition. Her body was found on Navarre Beach Friday morning. She measures just over 15 feet long, weighing in at 1,500 pounds.
A mystery creature washes up on a South Georgia beach and it has everyone scratching their heads. Is it some kind of sea monster?
Recording the wildest creatures and featuring insane discoveries, these videos prove that beaches are anything but boring. Mysterious skeletons, unidentified remains, and sightings that are absolutely terrifying. Tag along for the insane surprises that will leave you shocked. Sea lion.
Now we want to show you this viral video from the coast in La Jolla. You'll see what's going on here. Two big male sea lions started clearing people out.
A beach day at La Jolla Cove took an exciting turn when some unexpected visitors arrived. A video from the coast in La Jolla shows two big male sea lions causing a problem among the many beachgoers. The sea lions can be seen nudging people, even those with umbrellas, off the crowded beach area. The Seal Society of San Diego explained that this behavior happened because it's currently mating season for sea lions. The males were actually chasing each other, not the people, but ended up clearing out the whole beach in the process. While sea lions are used to humans, they remain wild animals. Therefore, during this frisky time of the year, it's advised to stay 20 to 50 yards away from them. Blue marlin. A fun beach day turned wild for the beachgoers, but one quick thinker saved the day. People were relaxing at the beach when suddenly a big blue marlin came out of the water and got stuck on the sand. Everyone was scared as the powerful marlin flapped around, trying to get back into the ocean. In the chaos, one brave person acted quickly. They carefully went up to the marlin in trouble and grabbed it to pull it back into the crashing waves. People took videos of the daring rescue, showing the marlin and humans working hard in that crazy moment. Thanks to the courageous effort, the lucky marlin made it back safely into the water and swam away. The rescue reminded everyone that helping animals in need is important. Shark frenzy. Look. On October 9th, around noon, the leaders of One Harbor Church were at Cape Lookout National Seashore for a retreat. While fishing for dinner, they saw over 100 sharks attacking a school of blue fish. Seagulls and pelicans joined in, and the men started catching fish without bait as the sharks swam in and out of the surf. Some sharks even got stuck on the beach in all the excitement. Seeing sharks and lots of fish means the ecosystem there is healthy. After the feeding frenzy, the sharks calmly swam back into the river with the waves. Cape Lookout and other nearby beaches are still very safe for swimming. Whale skull. You won't believe what washed up on a Florida beach on Valentine's Day. Before I tell you guys, watch this massive crowd gathered around an unusual-looking object under the Flagler Beach Pier. It turned out to be the skull of a baleen whale that had washed ashore. The 8-foot-long, 400-pound skull had to be carefully moved onto a stretcher by a team of biologists. The next day, experts from the Georgia Aquarium arrived to collect this rare find, believing it could belong to a humpback or fin whale. Well, it's extremely rare for whale skulls to appear on shore since they usually sink. Fish die-off. A shocking video from Japan showed something pretty disturbing on the beach. On December 7, 2023, thousands and thousands of fish were seen on the shores of Hakodate in northern Japan. Drone footage captured the upsetting sight of the beach completely covered in the lifeless bodies of sardines and other fish. Officials in Hakodate warned people not to collect or eat the fish. though the cause was still unknown. As cleanup crews worked to remove the rotting fish, environmentalists were very concerned about what may have disrupted the ocean to cause such a massive die-off event. Ocean cleanup.
Wow, we're right here.
Ever wonder what happens to big sea animals when they expire? In the deep blue sea, a tiger shark found a deceased white whale. The whale was huge, white, and starting to rot. The shark, with its striped body and big teeth, began eating the whale. Nearby, a red octopus watched with its 8 arms spread out. After the shark left, the octopus crawled over to eat the leftover bits. The octopus went back to its rocky home, full and happy. This cleanup, even if it looks yucky, helps keep the ocean healthy. Fishy Discovery. A man found something on the beach that looked like it came from a fairy tale. Paul Jones was walking on the beach when he saw something weird. It looked a bit like a person and somewhat similar to a fish. It had a head like a human, but also had a fish tail. The strange thing had black eyes and looked a bit rotten. Marine experts examined the pictures and concluded it was likely a decayed fish combined with debris, creating an eerie fairy tale-like appearance. Whale discovery. A big surprise washed up in China's Boya Sea. A giant sperm whale was found near the beach. It was as long as a bus and weighed as much as 8 elephants. The whale's skin was dark gray and wrinkly. Scientists couldn't find any marks on its body. They carefully moved the whale to a special lab. Soon, this big whale will be in a museum. People will get to see how amazing these ocean giants are, even if this one isn't swimming anymore. Shark surprise. A calm fishing day turned into a big surprise. A fisherman was getting ready to catch fish. He had his fishing rod and some bait. Suddenly, a great white shark jumped out of the water. The shark was huge, gray, and had lots of sharp teeth. It grabbed the bait and splashed back into the ocean before the shocked fisherman could do anything. Sometimes the fish you want to catch might be someone else's dinner. The ocean is full of surprises. Giant fish. Queensland, Australian couple John and Riley Linden came across the remains of a 2-meter-long, 330-pound fish on a Bundaberg beach. As an experienced charter skipper, John had never seen anything like this giant beast in his life. He snapped photos, but the fish had vanished by the next day. Online users speculated it could be the Cutty Loch, an extinct species rediscovered in 1938. But officials examining the images guessed it was likely a Queensland grouper. While some held out hope it was a true living fossil, the authorities concluded the fish's poor condition made its identity difficult to confirm for certain. They could only dispose of the remains, leaving the creature's origins and cause of its demise a mystery, lost at sea. Strange skull. You'll never guess what a person found while walking on the beach. He was jogging along the shore when spotted something strange half buried in the sand. It was a weird-looking skull. The skull was long with deep holes where the eyes may have been and ridges all over its smooth white surface. The finder quickly called authorities to check out this bizarre discovery. Experts who analyzed the skull said it likely belonged to a rare deep-sea fish. It was sent to a museum for further study and to be put on display. Crab creature. Wait until you hear about the massive creature found on a beach in Russia. A video from Russian media is going viral, showing what looks like an enormously big crab-like creature found on a beach in Primory. Paleontologists were shocked, as it looked similar to the ancient Titan Orkskey Gainsey that lived over 500 million years ago, during the Cambrian period. This crab relative was one of the largest of its kind back then, measuring over half a meter long. Experts at the Royal Ontario Museum said this size was unbelievable when they first discovered fossils of this prehistoric species. People were thinking, if such colossal creatures could have somehow survived all this time and evolved, well, will it taste tasty? This is what I am wondering. Whale rescue. It was a very sad scene on an Australian beach as rescuers rushed to help. On July 25, 2023, a pod of 97 pilot whales became stranded on Cheyenne's Beach in Western Australia. Sadly, 51 of the whales did not make it through the night. Rescue crews worked hard to save the remaining 46 whales, trying to guide them back into the water. While the team saved nearly half the pod, losing 51 whales was puzzling for scientists as to why these quite intelligent creatures sometimes beach themselves in large groups like this. Great white. One day in Long Island, New York, a family on a picnic was surprised to see a big scary creature on the sand. It was a great white shark. They quickly reported it to the beach police. But before the police could arrive, the ocean waves took the shark back to the sea. That summer, many sharks were seen in the area. In just 3 weeks, 5 people got hurt by sharks while swimming. More sharks are coming because there are more fish for them to eat. It's cool to see sea animals, but remember to stay safe when you're in the water. Conjoined whales. A once-in-a-lifetime finding shocked whale watchers in Mexico. In 2014, fishermen found something very unusual in a lagoon in Mexico. Twin baby gray whales joined together. These conjoined whale calves were extremely rare. Sadly, they only lived for a few hours. Scientists were very interested and took samples to study this strange occurrence. While it's sad the whales didn't survive, their discovery helped scientists learn more about these amazing sea creatures. Nature sometimes surprises us with things we never expect to see. Jelly blob. What could this mysterious blob on the ocean be? In 2010, a giant jelly-like blob washed ashore in Japan. People were puzzled by its strange, alien-like appearance. Many thought it was related to the 2011 tsunami, but it wasn't. Scientists found out it was a mass of marine life remains, likely a whale carcass that decomposed in an unusual way. This discovery showed the ocean's ability to surprise us with mysterious and strange things. The blob was eventually studied by marine biologists and found to be harmless. It was left to naturally decompose, returning to the sea from where it came. Shark attack. A peaceful diving trip turned into a heart-pounding adventure. A scuba diver was getting ready to jump into the ocean from a glass tank hanging from a boat. Lots of fish were swimming below the tank. Suddenly, before he could dive in, a huge shark attacked his tank. It was a scary moment, but luckily his friends on the boat quickly pulled him back to safety. This close call shows how unpredictable the ocean can be. Even experienced divers need to stay alert and have a good team looking out for them. Strange animal. Hurricane Harvey left something weird on a Texas beach. After the big storm, a woman went to look at the beach. She thought she'd see broken trees, but instead, she found a strange animal. It had sharp teeth and looked really odd. Locals thought it might be a strange kind of eel or fish. It looked so bizarre that one of them said it looked like it came from a movie. While it's fun to find strange things after a storm, it's best not to touch them. Big storms can hurt sea animals, so it's good to leave them alone. Beached whale. While walking along the Oregon coast, a vlogger first saw an old smelly orange jellyfish. After throwing it back into the water, he was shocked to find a huge figure. It was a black humpback whale beached on the shore. He took some photos and continued his walk, but couldn't stop thinking about the young whale, which was 30 feet long. Later, it was loaded on a truck and was taken to be disposed of in the land. The vlogger's beach day turned memorable with an unexpected encounter with a giant sea creature. Tsunami Whale. Videos taken by a tsunami survivor showed a massive white, unidentified creature lying in the debris on the shore. Some guessed it was a whale or giant squid, but its gigantic size and freakish appearance made others think it was some kind of unknown monster from the sea. The strange creature set the internet buzzing with weird ideas about what it could be. When experts took a close look, they realized the creature was just a very bloated and discolored whale that had been in the water for a while. While not a mythical sea monster, it was still a reminder of how many animals suffered in the tsunami. Seagull Respect.
Can you put your hand next to it for size? Okay.
Beach cleaners were heartbroken after finding something tragic during their work. The cleanup crew was picking up litter from the sandy beach when they came across a motionless seagull lying there. The plump black bird showed no bruises, but was clearly no longer alive. It was such a sad sight that the cleaners knew they needed to take care of the small feathered body in a respectful way. With heavy hearts, the team gently picked up the deceased seagull and handed it to the experts to study the cause of death before giving it a proper cremation. This moment really reminded us how important it is to protect vulnerable shorebirds and their habitats.
Can you put your hand next to it for size? Okay.
Albino Octopus. A vlogger in England could not believe their eyes after spotting a ghostly figure on the beach. During his regular walk along the beach in Devon, filming for their online videos, he noticed a strange, pale figure lying in the shallow water. As he got closer, he realized it was some kind of tentacled creature, an octopus. But this one was totally white, not like any octopus they'd ever seen. Though saddened to see it was lifeless, the vlogger documented the find, while locals explained it was an exceptionally rare albino octopus. After capturing amazing footage, the vlogger contacted wildlife officials, who came to collect the fragile body for research into its genetic uniqueness. A once-in-a-lifetime beach discovery became a viral internet hit. Fish gift. Guess what a whole town in the Philippines found on their beach one morning? Early on January 7th in Maysim, Sarangani province, people were very surprised to see a big bunch of fish frantically jumping out of the water. While it was a pleasant experience for the fishermen trying to catch fish, the incident raised concerns about recent activities in the depths of the ocean. Everyone tried to figure out what could possibly be happening for the fish to behave this way. Well, I believe this might be an attempt by the fish to escape a predator in the water. Field crab. A farmer going through his crops got the surprise of his life when he spotted something that definitely didn't belong. While working in a field in Asia, a farmer suddenly noticed a strange black creature crawling among the plants. As he got closer, he realized it was some kind of large black crab. The farmer had no idea how the ocean creature ended up in the middle of their land, miles from any beach or water source. The crab seemed just as confused, struggling to find its way in the dry dirt and crop rows. Unsure what to do, the farmer contacted local authorities. They arrived to collect the saltwater crab, suggesting it may have been dropped by a bird or fallen from a shipping crate. Unfortunately, the crab did not survive long out of the ocean, but its bizarre appearance in the field became a legendary tale. Sea slug.
Trying to figure out what this is. YouTube, if anybody.
A family's beach day in San Diego got really interesting. Kids were building sandcastles when they saw something odd in the sand. It was a sea slug, a squishy sea animal, but this one had yellow teeth. The slug was about as big as a shoe with a bumpy, colorful body. The family looked at it for a while, then left it alone. You never know what cool things you might find at the beach. Maybe next time they'll spot something even weirder.
We're trying to figure out what this is. YouTube, if anybody.
Mystery bone. Something strange showed up on the shore one day. People on the beach saw a big muddy thing in the sand. It looked like a bone from a sea animal. It was longer than a person and covered in slimy brown mud. Everyone wondered what it could be from. Before anyone could guess, some workers from the beach came and took it away. The ocean is full of secrets. This mystery bone reminds us that there's still a lot we don't know about what lives in the sea. Jellyfish Encounter. A curious beachgoer's encounter with sea life took an uncomfortable turn. At a rocky shore, a shirtless man spotted an unusual sea creature. It looked like a big see-through blob with lots of dangling parts. Probably a jellyfish. Curious, he picked it up to get a closer look. But as soon as he touched it, things went wrong. His hands started to itch and turn red. The creature's tentacles had left its mark. This surprise meeting shows why it's best to look but not touch sea creatures, even if they seem harmless. Many can sting or irritate our skin. It's a reminder that the ocean's beauty comes with some risks, and we should enjoy it carefully from a safe distance. Manta Ray. While out at sea, a fisherman on a ship near the coast noticed a strange catch in his net. As he pulled it up, he saw it was a large manta ray. The ray's flat body had a wingspan of several feet, and its skin was a smooth, dark gray with white spots. Its wing-like fins flapped gently, and its long, slender tail trailed behind. The fisherman knew rays were important to the ocean's ecosystem, so he decided not to keep it. Using a rod, he carefully lifted the manta ray over the side of the boat and released it back into the water, watching it swim away gracefully. Mysterious cross. A giant cross appeared on a Florida beach, leaving everyone wondering where it came from. In Fort Lauderdale, a 20-foot wooden cross was witnessed on the beach. It was covered in barnacles, showing it had been in the water for a long time. People came from all over to see it, and guess where it came from? They thought it might be from a memorial in North Carolina, but that turned out to be wrong. Even though no one knows where the cross came from, it became a local attraction. It will become a tourist spot soon. Treasure find. Whoa. A fun day at the beach turned into a lucky treasure search. A beachgoer took a metal detector to the beach. As he walked around, the machine started beeping. He dug in the sand and found a gold chain. Happy with his find, he kept looking. Soon he found a small gold charm. At the end of the day, he even found a special 14-karat gold piece. This shows that sometimes a normal beach day can bring big surprises. You can't even imagine what cool things you might find in the sand. Angler fish. A fish that usually lives deep in the ocean ended up on a California beach. People were surprised to see a very strange fish on the shore. It was an anglerfish, which normally lives where it's very dark and cold in the ocean. These fish have a special glowing part that helps them catch food in the dark. This one was probably a type called a Pacific football fish, which usually lives very far down in the water. It's very rare to see this kind of fish on a beach. Well, later it was disposed of safely by the cleaning team of the beach. It shows us that there are many amazing animals living in parts of the ocean we don't usually see. Sea pickles. People walking on Oregon beaches are finding funny things in the sand. They're called sea pickles, but they're not food. These squishy tubes look like clear jelly and feel weird to touch. Usually they live in warm oceans, so it's super strange to see so many here. Big storms are bringing these sea pickles to the beach. It's okay to touch them, but don't take them home. They belong in the ocean, not in your house. Blue whale. Now this is what I call the biggest finding ever on a beach. In Canada, people found a huge blue whale on the beach. It was as long as 2 school buses. The whale had died in the icy water and washed up on shore. Many people came to see it because blue whales are so big and rare. The town didn't know how to move something so big, so they left it there. The whale was actually a blue whale, the biggest animal ever. It was 25 meters long, but leaving it on the beach was tricky. The beach officials worried it might make a big stinky mess. They took it safely to their lab. Hairy mystery. A lady named Svetlana found a weird thing on a beach in Siberia. It was really big, 3 times bigger than a grown-up. It was also very hairy and smelly. Slavanta took pictures and a video to show everyone. She wanted help figuring out what it was. People had lots of ideas about the hairy thing. Some thought it might be a woolly mammoth from long ago. Others said it looked like a giant octopus or squid. Scientists think it's probably something called a globster. That's when parts of different sea animals rot together and look like one big strange creature. Soon it was cleared for the beach lover. Sturgeon fish. A scary-looking fish surprised people at the beach. People found a strange fish on the beach. It looked scary, but it was actually just a young sturgeon. Sturgeons are big fish that can live for 60 years. They swim up rivers every year to have babies. This one was small, but grown-up sturgeons can be as long as a bus. The fish was a sturgeon, a type that's in danger of disappearing. Even though it looked scary, finding it helped remind people that we need to protect these fishes. One way to help us is by not eating caviar, which comes from sturgeon eggs. Giant skeleton. A big storm brought a huge skeleton to a beach in Scotland. What could it be? After a big storm called Kira hit Scotland, people found a giant skeleton on the beach. It was so big and strange that nobody knew what it was. People took pictures and asked for help online. Some people joked it might be the Loch Ness Monster or a dragon. The skeleton could have been from a whale or another big sea animal. The storm was so strong it might have brought up bones from deep in the sea. Even though people made jokes, finding something like this helps scientists learn more about what lives in the oceans. Message in bottle. The world record for the oldest message in a bottle has been broken. The previous record of 108 years was surpassed by a bottle containing a 132-year-old message. This bottle washed up on a beach in Western Australia after drifting at sea for nearly a century and a half. Tanya Illman discovered the bottle and its contents, which included details of a scientific experiment conducted on June 12, 1886. The message, sent from the German ship Paula, aimed to study Indian Ocean currents. The ship's logbook in Germany confirmed the bottle's authenticity. Later, it was placed in the Beach Museum. Pearl discovery. Finding a pearl on the beach can feel like discovering a hidden treasure. One sunny morning, Sarah was jogging along the shoreline when something shiny caught her eye. She bent down and picked up a small, smooth white pearl from the sand. Thrilled by her rare find, Sarah decided to turn it into a piece of jewelry. She visited a local jeweler who crafted a beautiful necklace with the pearl as the centerpiece. Now Sarah proudly wears the necklace, a reminder of her lucky morning jog. Next time you walk along a beach, keep an eye out. You might find a hidden treasure in the sand, just like Sarah did. Cannonball Find. After a big hurricane, a couple was searching the beach and found something that looked like a rock. Upon closer look, they realized it was a cannonball. They didn't have any special equipment, just a curious eye. This finding sparked interest in what other historical items might wash ashore after storms. Their find is a reminder that history can be hidden right under our feet, waiting to be known. It was eventually displayed in a local museum, where it became a symbol of the hidden treasures that nature can reveal. Driftwood Art. A walk on LA Push Beach turned into a discovery of nature's artwork. A family found a huge piece of driftwood on LA Push Beach. This driftwood was twisted and shaped by the waves and weather, looking like a piece of natural art. The sun-bleached wood had a unique appearance, almost like a sculpture. The family took pictures and admired how nature can create such beautiful forms. This driftwood became a memorable part of their beach trip, showing that even ordinary things can be special. It's a reminder to appreciate the beauty in the world around us. Unusual fish. Sri Lankan fishermen were puzzled by a fish that had never been seen before. While fishing, they caught a very unusual fish. It had 2 fins and a round, flat body, unlike any fish anyone usually sees. Weighing nearly 20 pounds, the strange fish was filmed and posted online to find out what it was. Experts think it might be a rare type of sunfish, making it very special. The rare fish became a prized catch at the local market, showing the ocean's mysteries. Crocodile Head. On November 24, 2014, a video showed a crocodile head washed up on a South African beach. The head was huge, especially when compared to a human hand. Bite marks on it looked like they were from a shark, probably a great white shark, which is common in the area. A marine expert said the crocodile likely swam from a river into the sea, where it was attacked by sharks. The head was given to a local beach shopkeeper to make jewelry pieces out of it. Tiny squid invasion. On October 3, 2021, something unusual crowded a beach in Indonesia, surprising locals and beachgoers. The cause remains unknown, but low tides and strong currents likely played a role. A local fisherman named Arif, out for a morning walk, captured the incredible scene on video. When he zoomed in, it became clear that dozens of tiny red squids had come ashore. Arif shared the footage on social media, and it quickly went viral. Beach police arrived to study the event, collecting several squids for research. Most of the squids were gently returned to deeper waters, ensuring their safety. Strangest Fish. In the calm waters of Colombia, a fisherman's ordinary day became exciting when his fishing line caught on to the tail of a mysterious creature. As he pulled it in, he saw a fish that looked like it came from a science fiction story. Covered in odd fins, spines, and bone-like structures on its skin, almost like it was from outer space. He was very happy and excited because he had caught such a strange sea creature for the first time.
That thing is wild.
However, along with all this, he was also confused about what type of fish it was.
This is the weirdest fish I have seen in my life.
Human-faced shark. Have you ever seen a shark with a human-like face? A fisherman in Indonesia caught an adult shark, and when he cut it, he found 3 pups inside its stomach. One of these pups had a unique appearance, with 2 large round eyes positioned under its nose, resembling a human face. The fisherman kept the shark and informed the authorities about it, but the mystery of its unusual face could not be solved. No one could explain how its face ended up looking like that. Such occurrences can indeed be puzzling and often remain unexplained. Creepy species. A man spotted a strange species and was extremely shocked. And why wouldn't anyone? I mean, it's not quite usual to see a creature like that. Its movements and appearance were very creepy, resembling half a snake and half an earthworm. The boy was already stunned, and since no one else could come up with any ideas, I would declare it as a new species. However, nothing could be said for sure until experts provide their opinion on what it might be. Mysterious animal. This strange creature was discovered on a farm in China. No one knows exactly what kind of animal it is because its appearance doesn't resemble any normal animal. Its body is like a bull, its face resembles a pig, and it has 3 small horns on its back, which is quite creepy. Indeed, it gives the impression that it could be a mix of the features of animals or perhaps the result of some strange experiment conducted by Chinese scientists. Despite its frightening appearance, it seems to be very friendly and calm. People from far and wide come to see it, and they can easily take videos and pictures with it. Creepy fish. Do creatures from the famous series Stranger Things actually exist? You'll know that in a while. The man was walking near a river when he saw something strange on the riverbank. After he approached to take a closer look, he spotted a strange fish that resembled the Demogorgon. It had 3 faces, and its color was nothing like that of a normal one. Luckily, it was alive, so he caught it in his hands. All 3 were conjoined together and had long, slender tails, and the mouths were the creepiest, resembling a scary snail. Now, what type of fish it exactly was, no one knew. However, it wouldn't be wrong to say that these creatures often surprise us with their different species. Barehead fish. A man spotted this creepy fish in a river. It was so strange that he couldn't figure out what it was. Its body resembled that of a normal fish, but its face was like that of a bear. He had never seen anything like it before, and as soon as he saw it, he immediately recorded it on his camera. It seemed like the byproduct of some sort of experiment conducted by scientists. Upon seeing the sea creature, it didn't seem dangerous at all. In fact, it appeared to be very friendly, which was a good thing. Weird teeth fish. A fisherman spotted a strange aquatic animal while angling. The appearance of it was so weird that it seemed like it had come straight out of the movie Finding Nemo. Its 2 teeth and eyes were particularly bizarre. Despite the unusual appearance, the man didn't keep it. Instead, he let it stay in the river because it was a rare find. It remained an unusual find until I searched it and realized that it was indeed a sheep's head fish, casually swimming in the water. Sheep's head fish inhabit coastal waters from Cape Cod, Massachusetts to Brazil. They prefer areas with structure like reefs and rocky bottoms. Therefore, they are rarely seen by the fishermen. Alien fish. Do aliens have any link with our ocean creatures? If no, then what's this? This alien fish washed ashore and appeared on the beach, and as soon as people around saw it, they were very surprised. Its back body was like that of a normal fish, but what caught everyone's attention was its face and upper body. It resembled that of an alien, and it had small hands too. After seeing it, everyone was very scared, and they were all assuming that maybe aliens had created a secret planet in this sea because this was not a normal thing. Color-changing fish. While fishing off the coast of Japan, a group of fishermen were astonished to find a massive creature ensnared in their net. With a peculiar hump on its head and ominous unknown features, the creature's body exuded a slick, slimy coating, adding to its eerie appearance. However, upon washing away the mud, its distinct bluish hue revealed it to be a Napoleon fish, an exceedingly rare species primarily found in the Indo-Pacific region. Measuring nearly 6 feet in length and weighing close to 600 pounds, this mammoth fish continued to secrete its vibrant blue plasma, captivating the fishermen with its remarkable presence in the waters of Japan. Shiny fish. 2 friends went fishing late at night and they caught this strange fish. Later, they came to know that it wasn't just any aquatic animals, it was a look-down fish. It is a type commonly found in the western Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico. It is known for its unique appearance, with a slender body and a long, flat, silver-colored body that resembles the shape of a spear. It had large eyes and a small mouth. It is often found in schools near the surface of the water and is known for its distinctive behavior of looking down at their prey before striking. It is also popular among anglers for its strong fighting ability when caught on a fishing line. Creepy mutant fish. A group of explorers spotted a fish that looked incredibly scary. It was resting on some grass near the lake, and surprisingly, it seemed perfectly normal outside of the water. Where normally fishes don't survive outside of water, this was an exception. Its face resembled that of a mutant fish. It didn't seem calm at all. Whenever someone approached it, it tried to attack. This was actually a wolf eel known for its formidable nature. However, the truth is a bit different. They might look intimidating with their elongated bodies and sharp teeth, but they're generally not considered dangerous. Wolf eels are shy creatures and usually shy away from confrontations. Monster fish. A group of fishermen was fishing in the river when suddenly a creepy fish approached their boat. They were very shocked because this creature didn't resemble any fish they had ever seen before. It seemed like kind of a sea monster. They tried to catch it using a stick, but it kept moving away, making it difficult to catch. This scary encounter left them very distressed, but they couldn't figure out exactly what it was. What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments section. Fishing technique. In the video, fishermen utilized remarkable techniques to catch sea creatures. They positioned a large tub-like container in the water and added food into it. As soon as the fishes were attracted to the food and gathered inside the tub, they lifted the tub and caught all the fishes. Pieces of meat were thrown into the tub to gauge how many were gathering inside. Another peculiar technique was employed by a local fisherman in muddy water, where he used his hands to search and gather fishes, eventually putting them into his container. Weird fish. A group of friends were angling at a river, and one of them caught a strange-looking freshwater resident. Its eyes were popping out, and its stomach was coming out of its mouth. This happened because of something called barotrauma. It has air bladders that help them control their buoyancy and depth. When a fisherman brings a fish up quickly from deep water, the air in its bladder can't escape fast enough. So the pressure changes and the gas inside its body expands, pushing out its organs like the stomach, eyeballs, and air bladder. Did you guys know about this fact? Let me know in the comments section. Bizarre fish. A group of fishermen in central Russia caught a bizarre mutant fish using earthworms. The creature was about 8 inches long. They were puzzled when they pulled it out of the water. They thought it might be a mutated version of a Chinese sleeper, also known as the Amur sleeper, which is a freshwater aquatic animal from Eastern Asia. However, they were not sure what exactly it was because it didn't look like any normal sea creature they had seen before. It could possibly be a creepy mixture of different species or maybe even a new species of fish altogether. Big catch. A group of friends were enjoying fishing at the mid-north coast when suddenly one of them hooked something on his rod. What he caught was definitely big because it was putting up a strong fight when he was trying to reel it in. With the help of his friends, he managed to successfully catch it. It was a jewfish weighing around 60 pounds. They were all very happy and excited after catching such a big catch because it's not common to catch one that size. Scary mutant. The fisherman was angling in the river when suddenly he caught a very strange freshwater resident. After catching it, he was extremely surprised because he had never seen a sea creature like this before. The mouth of it was so scary, it looked like a sea monster ready to devour its prey in one bite. Looking at this fish, it was not at all apparent that it was a calm aquatic animal because it was behaving very aggressively. Fortunately, it didn't bite him, but indeed it was a scary catch. Birdfish. A man was passing by a river when he noticed that a fish had jumped out of the water. He thought of helping it and putting it back into the water, but when he approached it, he was completely shocked because it didn't look like a normal type of fish from anywhere. It was very weird and strange aquatic creatures with a face resembling that of a whale or dolphin. But when he closely examined it in his hand, its eyes were very large, as if they were about to pop out, and it also had a beak like a bird. The most surprising thing was how it stayed alive outside the water for so long, and so easily. Devilfish. In the Russian net, a viral video of a strange creature caught in the fishing net is making rounds. The creature, nicknamed demonic fish by the media, weighs around the weight of a sea monster. Its appearance with a face resembling that of a devil has gained fame on social media. The video, which has garnered nearly 3.3 million views, shows it with eyes and mouth protruding out. Over 11,000 people have liked the video. Weird eel. This video was recorded by a person who was normally watching freshwater fishes. He thought of trying an experiment on some and feeding them something different. He was sure that they don't eat other creature remains, and as soon as he put some sea slug remains in the tank, 2 to 3 eels immediately started eating the remains forcefully. The eels were eating the pieces of remains in such a shocked manner. This whole moment was very rare and astonishing, so he recorded it on his camera. However, he himself was not sure why this was happening exactly or what the reason behind it was. Longtail Shark. These friends came to the beach for a normal routine of enjoyment, but they saw a shark washed ashore on the beach. When they looked closely, they noticed that it was not like a normal shark. Its entire body was normal, but it had a long tail, like a snake. They were very confused because they couldn't figure out the reason behind its appearance. They wondered if it was some kind of scientific experiment or a strange mix with another fish. What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments section. Two-mouth fish. You might have heard of conjoined or double-headed fishes before, but have you ever seen a fish with 2 mouths? This Australian fisherman was doing his routine angling when suddenly he caught a marine life that he never imagined could exist. It wasn't like a double-headed fish. It had 2 mouths and both looked very creepy. He thought maybe this was a new species of freshwater residenter from a category he didn't know about, so he did a lot of research, but he had no idea how it could exist or why it turned out this way. Surely these sea creatures never cease to shock us in different ways. Batfish. A diver in the Caribbean spotted a strange fish that was walking on the seabed instead of swimming. It was so unusual that it was hard to tell if it was actually a fish because it had a horn-like unicorn on its head and a very peculiar way of moving. But later on, it was figured out that it is a short-nosed batfish, a unique type found in the Caribbean Sea. It has a flattened body with a short snout and modified fins that look like legs. Instead of swimming, it walks along the ocean floor in search of food. Wolf eel. In a remote underwater world, an interesting encounter unfolded as a diver came face to face with a wolf eel, completely unbothered by human presence.
This magnificent creature is a wolf eel.
This magnificent creature, resembling a mix of fish and eel with spiky and crunchy teeth, fascinated the diver with its charm.
I'm a little bit concerned about where you are at the moment.
The eel may have looked very dangerous, but it behaved normally and seemed to be enjoying its time with the diver, as if they were both having fun together. How do you guys see this encounter? Let me know in the comments section.
Oh, look at that.
Creepy Goblin Shark. For Yolan and his crew off Taiwan's northeast coast, a routine fishing trip turned into a remarkable adventure when they encountered a sea creature unlike any they had seen before. They made an extraordinary catch when they captured an 800-kilogram peculiar-looking sea creature, initially believed to be a prehistoric predator due to its unique body structure. Further examination by the Fisheries Research Institute revealed it to be a rare species of goblin shark, often referred to as a living fossil, presumed to have gone extinct. Biggest Manta Ray. These Indian fishermen had never imagined that during their normal fishing routine, they would catch such enormous sea creatures. They made a record-breaking catch of giant fishes, one weighing an impressive 750 kilograms and the other exceeding 250 kilograms. Following the catch, a large crowd gathered at the port to witness the spectacle as cranes lifted the manta rays. Huge sunfish. This catch was the biggest catch in the fisherman's life because they caught a colossal ocean sunfish weighing over 4,490 pounds off the coast of Suta. No one could believe that they had caught such a massive giant. This mammoth creature was caught in a tuna fishing net and required the use of a crane for transportation due to its immense size, measuring 3.2 meters in length and 2.9 meters in width. It was truly extraordinary. Mutant Dolphins. A visitor was amazed when he saw a two-headed mutant dolphin washed up on the shore of Myre on the west coast of Turkey. The calf was believed to be just 12 months old and measured 1 meter in length. Like conjoined twins, the dolphin had two heads that merged with the body and shared a tail. While it's normal for marine creatures to wash up on shores, this particular specimen was extremely rare. The visitor found this visit memorable because he never imagined he would see such a dolphin. Creepy blobfish. The blobfish is known as the world's ugliest animal because of its unusual appearance. It's a deep-sea fish that lives in very deep water, about 1,200 meters below the surface. It looks quite different when it's out of its natural habitat. When brought up to the surface, its body, which is like jelly, gets all squished and weird-looking due to the change in pressure. This makes it appear sad and gloomy in pictures or videos taken outside its deep-sea home. So, it's really not a fair representation of how it actually looks down in the deep ocean. The subscriber's pick. It's time for today's subscriber's pick. Beaches around the world hide many shocking encounters and incredible rescues. One of our subscribers shared this video while he was enjoying the beach. He saw an aggressive tide. Suddenly, a great white shark jumped out of the water. The shark was huge, gray, and had lots of sharp teeth. He thought it could be a good catch today, but when he got closer, it was alive. So he decided to rescue it and help to get it into the waters again. If you have captured any such video and want to feature it on our channel, feel free to share it with us. Tell us your stories in the comments.